Hello, Stampers. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is super awesome Stamper Shirley Merker. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Wisconsin, USA. I am jumping on before I get my day started. I haven't even had my honey tea yet to use the Pick of the Patch stamp set and Builder Punch to create this fun little treat party favor. In the US, we've got Thanksgiving coming up in a couple of weeks. So this would be a nice little place setting to add to everybody's table at the top of the dinner plate. I should have had a dinner plate setting out here for you for a little party favor, something you can take along with them and to decorate your table with some paper crafts. So let's get started. Before I jump into the project though, I wanted to tie in. I did the day one and I demonstrated this card, so I'm doing a tie-in to this card. This could also be a place setting. You could have the card and then the 3D treat at each Thanksgiving place setting. All right, so I just want to make you aware that I already used this stamp set and bundle, but I'm doing 3 videos for this event. So I thought I would do something a little different and do a tie-in. I do like creating these little 3D things with my supplies, and I am just using paper and ribbon, my basic supplies, and scrap stuff at that. The linen ribbon I had in my scrap pile. All right, so I've got, I want to just make sure that I am going live in the right spot. And if anybody's watching, give me a shout out there. I see myself. And I'm going to, I see one eyeball. All right. So eyeball out there, let me know that you can see what's going on and we'll get started. So I'm making that little treat today. I've got some stuff already punched there. First, let's talk about this little bridge. So let me open this up. I have assembled this with a dimensional. I've glue dotted the little bridge over the candy. This is a Rolo candy. Oh, I see I didn't glue dot very well. Oh, thank you for doing a thumbs up there. And then another dimensional over there. Oh, I glue dotted the bridge to the Rolo. And for those that aren't in the United States, this was a Halloween treat candy, part of the multi-pack. Rolos creamy caramels wrapped in rich chocolate. And the manufacturer, I do believe, is... Oh, I want to see it's Hershey. Can I read that small writing on this package? Yes, for those across the pond or over the hill, those are Hershey product. And they're very good. Okay, so let me talk about the bridge. So I have a lot of these 1/2-inch strips that I create when I do mats. And this is a great way to use up those strips. So the strip I'm using today is actually measures a 1/2 inch by 3 inches, which is 1.4 by 7.5 centimeters. But this one's a little bit wider. This one would work equally as well. It's a little bit wide for what I want. You don't want it to overpower your stamped images, but that one would work as well. If you've got, whatever length you have to use for your bridge. It just acts as a little kind of finishing touch to add your ribbon is all it does. All right, so I'm talked about that. Let's do some stamping. I need double. Now I'm day 7. Good morning, Terry. So my 7 things are 3 pumpkins on either side plus the ribbon. That's how I'm counting the 7. 7 for 7 months of swimming for the to go along with the theme, the Christmas theme. All right, so this is the pumpkin pie. I've already got one fussy cut there, and where am I going to put this? I want to, I can just put this at the end. I want to be economical even though this is a scrap. So pumpkin pie, I've already got one fussy cut. Crushed curry, I'll put the 2 fussy cut things over here on the end. Crushed curry ink pad. That's a gourd. I've got some of those gourds on my front step that we grew. I already got one fussy cut, so I don't need to do another one. I didn't think you needed to watch me. I'm going to try to close my ink pad. Oh, no, it's not going to work. Not today. I just woke up, so my hands are not at full strength. And then this is the Cajun Craze. Cajun Craze, I need 2 of those because those are going to be punched. And look at my punch. actually do need it this way. This way. Oops, almost did my block right into the ink pad. Let's do one there. And I am using my paper piercing mat behind my stamps because this is photopolymer. And actually I should have probably punched one. Let's see if I can do this. Nope. If I do one on top of the other, I'm going to get some of that stem. So just cut that off. You can actually see with this one. There we go. We got a very vanilla stem with it. Maybe I'll use that somewhere else. And then this one. Okay, I've got that in that. My lighting's pretty good here. Let me pull in. I got a new setup in my stamp room. Oh, that adds just a tiny bit more. So I'm actually next to my white wall. Oh, and I sold my camera stand, so now I'm back to the gooseneck, and I see I just bumped it, and you'll see it wobble. So we'll be getting a new camera system, filming system, as soon as I can get it all researched and ordered. Okay, now what's next? I think I'm done with the paper piercing mat, so let's get rid of that. Get rid of any scraps. Well, while I just chit-chat with you and kind of visually see what I need to do next, let's do some fussy cutting. Old-fashioned fussy cutting before we had punches and dies to do all of our cutting for us. And you know what? If you're making little table favors for whatever occasion, you can do the stamping and even assembling your favors while you're watching all of our videos. Oh yes, Deb, I just explained. I have this gooseneck. One of my original camera stands, it's a gooseneck, but it's very wobbly because you can bend it. So whenever I hit it, and I accidentally hit the arm here, yeah, the camera goes wonky. So my other camera stand, I never really liked it, and so I sold it when I redid this room here. I got new countertops and drawers because Jim's work was redoing an office. Everything was going in the trash if nobody took it. And actually, they're hickory cabinets, and we have hickory cabinets throughout the house. So Jim took it. So we are reorganizing. I'm taking the opportunity to sell stuff from the stamp room and throughout the house, household stuff as well. I shampooed the carpets. I've got 2 areas left, the areas that were holding all the stamp tables and stuff when we were loading in the cabinets and countertops, shampooing those. I have those 2 left. It's probably going to be my Thanksgiving project. What fun, right? A Thanksgiving weekend project to shampoo those 2 areas. Okay, do I have 6 little stems? We need 6 crumb cake stems. Yep, I got them. Okay. Now, let's turn everything over and get rid of the scraps out of the workspace. So I don't think I got to use them for stems. Okay, this is what we're making. Little leftover Rolo. I shouldn't say a leftover, but little treat from the Halloween festivities. All right, now we are just going to... Oh, there goes the tremor again. I just touched it with my head. I think, yeah, not used to having something so close to my head. And I'm just going to use some glue to, where's the other one? There we go. Glue to adhere these stems down just a tiny dot. So if you're joining in late, I showed the card I did on day 1. My idea was this could be a coordinating thank you or Thanksgiving table paper. Set up your card, set up your little treat. We got a 3D card and a 3D treat. You can write a little personal note inside, and you can actually write the person's name on this, on the bridge here, the stem, so you get everybody in the right seat. All right, now the stems are shaped. So there's a fatter end and a thinner end. So for the gourds and the smaller pumpkin, I'm going to have the thinner end out just for variety. And I'm going to stick more of the stem out on the gourd. Ooh, I'm getting a lot of glue out because my hands are getting hot here. Oh, and I'm so sorry I had to sneeze there. Thanksgiving allergies, autumn allergies. I just came back from visiting my parents and helping them clean up the yard. Oop, we got a ton of glue there. Not something I should be doing because all of that dust, not dust, like leaf debris, when we're crushing up leaves and getting them where they need to go, it's not good for my lungs. Okay. And then I'm not going to use any glue out of there. I can just dab this into the glue that I got on the waist here. Oh, and of course I grab it with my finger and put it down. That's all right. I'm using my Designer Series paper backer sheets right now for my scratch mat. That one I'm going to shove a little bit down further because I want all the stems to look a little different. Okay, now for assembling, it's real easy. So I just fold this bridge in half. Again, it's a 1/2 inch by 3 inches. Discussed at the beginning that you can use whatever size you want, just an appropriate width. So I have a lot of these strips from cutting down mats for pattern paper. Measures 1.4 by 7.5. So you just need an appropriate bridge to hold that balances your stamped images and holds your ribbon. Okay, so all I did was glue dotted it to either side of that Rolo. And then we're gonna flip our pumpkin over. I'm gonna use actually some of this. Oh, nope, it's already dried. It's already sticky. You know, Deb asked if you see her comment if there's tremors in our neighborhood. Supposedly there's a quarry. A couple weeks ago, there were quite a few. Somebody was doing some blasting somewhere. The town I live in is, I think, 20,000. We're right next to Madison. And so it's quite a large town for Deb and I to both hear tremors on both sides of the town. We don't live in Madison, we live in the little suburb next to it. All right, this one, my little fun gourd. And what I'm doing is I'm putting the pumpkin on the table and then the gourd right next to it. That way we've got kind of a flat bottom on all of the gourds, so that doesn't mess up with it sitting on the table. All right, and then I just used, oh, before I do that, I have a little detail there. You can hardly see it, but since I have a crumb cake stem, we're gonna have some crumb cake vines. So let's flip those over. And pull in the crumb cake ink pad. And the two little swirlies. Two little vines. So the smaller one I did on the left, and I'm just kind of pressing side to side, making sure I make a good impression, since now I've got the stem and everything else there. And then this one, I had the curl going to the right. Oh, and I just hit the camera stand again. This is not going to be good. We've got glare from the lights. I want to make sure my vine hits the stem. There we go. That's the crumb cake. You'll notice that it is darker right now, but as it sits, it will lighten quite a bit, it looks like. All right, and that just happens because it's this lighter tone on that Cajun Craze. Okay, then last, now I can flip these over. Not last, there's 2 more steps. And I'm going to put in the center of each pumpkin. Pull that off. And in no time you can have a custom party favor. Especially if you are in the United States and you've got Halloween candy left over. You want to do a little stamping project for an afternoon or evening. This is something that's quick and easy and unexpected for your guests. And then linen thread is sold in these spools. My favorite go-to, especially when I'm using crumb cake. And actually, this piece that I had on here was just a snippet that I had. Oh, and I see my loops are getting a little different, a little lopsided because I'm handling it. I generally tie my ribbons off of the roll. That way I don't waste as much. And we just want a little bow. And try to center that knot there. Okay, and then snip off a tail about the same size as the other tail. And we have our cute little party favor. Quick, easy. I'm going to put this over there because I'm going to do, when I just demonstrated in the sample card, I'm going to do a little catalog tour so that you can see the products. I'm going to pull these in again. It is the Pick a Patch Builder Punch. So Harvested Blessings for Thanksgiving for the U.S. Happy Halloween, could have been used for Halloween. Cutie Pie, thanks so much. You're the pick of the patch. And then the Builder Punch, we've got the coordinating pumpkin that I showed. This one, it punches out that one, it punches out the leaf. And then we have a stem stamp too that I could have used. All right, so I'm going to pull the catalogs in and just do a 2 to 3 page catalog tour so that you know where these products are. The Pick of the Patch stamp set, get the stamps out of the way, is from the mini catalog September to December 2023, page 51 in the US. There it is. You can buy the stamp set or the punch individually, or if you want them both, make sure you use the bundle price because then you get 10% off the individual products. If you order using the individual item numbers for both the stamp set and the punch, you will get them at full price and not the bundle price of 10% off. So make sure you order it that way if you want both of the items. And then from the annual catalog, I just used a few things. So very vanilla cardstock. Right down here in the basics collection, we sell it in an 8.5 by 11 with 40 sheets per package. And then all of the ink pads as well that we sell with the coordinating re-inkers. Re-inkers are always great buy when you order the ink pad. And then the linen thread right here on page 144 of the annual and the US. And paper snips are on the opposite page, number 2 right there. All right, so thanks for watching. This is day 7 of the 12 Days of Christmas and More extravaganza. We've got 5 more days of demonstrations and or photo series. So if you miss any of the videos, make sure you go to our album in the group to click on the video links. Did notice that when we do photo series, I wasn't able to link back to the photo series, so you'll just have to go through the timeline to find the photo series demonstrations. All right, thanks for stamping with me today. Have a great day. Follow up with the demonstrator with any of the product related questions and to place orders, or to join her online team. And we'll stamp with you soon. Bye.